a strange question. I'm sure some of you are thinking very weird. Of course, it's a weird question. 100%, it's not good for you. It's no good for anybody on the planet, guys, including the every creature. Okay, but we have some positives in that too. You call it what? Blessing in disguise. All right. So that's something we are going to understand in the next 1 hour or so. I hope all of you can hear me. I suppose. Okay, this session is about what? 5 gifts of Corona lockdown for you guys who are, planning to go abroad. All right. So to quickly introduce myself, I'm Sandeep Kaileshwaram. I'm a language trainer. I'm a master trainer for PT Academic, and I'm also a career counselor. We also do study abroad consulting, okay, and career mapping, all these services. So I'm into this industry from last 12 years, the study abroad industry. So I've been closely observing all the study abroad trends from at least 12 years. Okay. So on that note, we will start the session. So first of all, when I asked you a question, is Corona good for you? No, it's not good for anybody. You have answered it correctly. But there is a great saying, which you can see in the next slide. A second, yeah. Comfort and prosperity have never enriched the world as much as adversity has. Billy Graham. So if the world is a good place today, it is not because of prosperity and it is not because of comfort. It's because of adversity. The humankind has seen a lot of adversities, okay, droughts, earthquakes, epidemics, pandemics. Then we have grown strong and we are today, enjoying a life like this. Of course, during Corona it is not, but otherwise we are very much upgraded, yes or no? So this has also come to test our capabilities, okay? Yeah, so let's start this session. So the study abroad dilemma at this juncture, the things that are running in the students who are planning to go abroad are these things. So the countries are closing the borders, the universities are shut down, abroad cities are locked down, cities like London, cities like see the other cities like New York is full of Corona cases. Yes, those people who want to go to USA. Uncertainty on, there is great uncertainty on when the countries reopen the borders and travel for you guys to go. All right, uncertainty on when the universities reopen. Certain universities are shut completely. They're not even offering the admissions. All right, you are in a uncertain situation now. Uncertainty on when the visas will be issued. If somebody has applied for a visa sometime before lockdown, that person must be thinking when my visa will be approved, when the embassy is going to go back to the work and approve my visa, yes or no. So these are all dilemmas. Certain things I put here. If you all agree, certain stuff, similar stuff is running in your minds, please type yes in the message box, guys. I'll highly appreciate your responses. If you are thinking about certain aspects that are there on the screen, any of the aspect, if you're thinking on a daily basis, please type yes in the message box. I highly appreciate your response. The state now, you can see as I already told you, the borders are closing, the universities are being closed, big cities are locked down, and there's uncertainty on international travel and border reopening, all this stuff. Okay, so that's the thing. Yeah, so I'm going to give you I'm launching a question now to you all, guys. It is getting distributed now. Why are you planning to go abroad for studying? So the options are to make your parents happy, to genuinely study, to study and settle, and I'm not getting a good job in India, or for my girlfriend or boyfriend. All are possible options. Okay, so 33% say that they're going to study, 33% say that they want to study and settle abroad, and 33% say that they're not getting a right job in India, so therefore they want to go abroad. So none of the people in the batch now, 13-14 people, they are not going to go abroad for the sake of a girlfriend or boyfriend to make their parents happy. This is wonderful. Kudos. Okay, so these questions again you have to ask yourselves. Okay, I'm not saying that you guys have no clarity and all. I'm saying that you should be always asking yourself these questions. Are you clear about the country, university, course choices now? Because if everything is running, the roads are full, and the parents are busy, you are busy, you might not have this much time to think about it. But now everybody has a lot of peaceful time, right? So it's now time to think about your choices once again. But there's nothing wrong if you think about it. So initially you thought of going to USA, or initially you thought of going to Australia, or initially you thought of going to Canada. It's time to really rethink, why have I chosen that country? Okay, is it because of my uncle, auntie? Is it because of my passion? Is it because of the course that is available there, which is not available elsewhere? So what is it? So this, it is a gift now to think, to introspect, to analyze, to do a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths, opportunities, weaknesses, threats if you do this particular course, that particular university, and this country? So you can always rethink about it. Okay, so number two, how are you planning to fund yourself? Tuition fee, living expenses, all these things. So this is generally, I keep hearing from the students that my mama will take care of it, my dad will take care of it, my mom will take care of it. But please ask them, how are they doing it? Exactly. So they may sometimes feel offended when you ask them, but it is better to ask them, how are they funding you? Or if you're funding yourself, please get enough information about how much funds are needed. If you do not have sufficient funds, it's not bad. These days we have loan companies like Credila and many other companies which are coming forward and giving the student loans. So have a plan for that. And third thing is your SOP ready? So how many of you have finished your SOPs? If you are willing to go abroad, okay, so if you don't have your statement of purpose, SOP is nothing but statement of purpose, which is required by any university which can give you offer letter, the basic offer letter that we are okay with this candidate provided he is meeting all the other criteria like financial criteria and the visa acceptance, everything. So this is pretty important, and most of the times these SOPs are written by the consultants, people who are there. Okay, so it is not a good sign. You should always try to write your own SOP, guys. Maybe you can take their support to better it if they are eligible to do it. If you feel they are good at it, they are experts, you can always approach them. But your SOP has to be written by you. If you have not started writing it, you please write it. Okay, in the SOP, what you have to write is you have to write about yourself, your background, like your education, your experience, if you have any experience. All right, these two things. And what's your father, what's your mother, what's your siblings? Okay, and then why do you want to go to a particular country? Okay, why do you want to go to that particular university? Why do you want to do that certain course? Okay, and why do you want to go to that particular university? So these things should be covered in your SOP. It can be about 500-600 words depending on country to country. It changes based on the country. So it is better, the writing skills are pretty important, but these are most ignored skills in this, now in these days. All right, so how many of you have these scores, good scores in IELTS, PT, GRE, GMAT, TOEFL? Can I know this? Will you please type the answer in chat box, guys? How many of you have decent scores in IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, GMAT, all these exams? Please type. Please type. I can see your answers. If you can type. Opting for an inferior university because of lesser score in IELTS, lesser score in GRE, probably lesser score in GMAT or TOEFL, whatever this. So what exactly the reason they say? Why are you opting for a inferior university, inferior college, where your percentage, with your attitude, with your sense of curiosity, you should go to a world-class university, you should go to a great university. Why are you going to this inferior university? by showing this scorecard of IELTS 6.5 bands, 6 bands. Why can't you get 7 bands, 7.5 bands and go to a better university? So most of the cases, the answer that I get is I don't have time. My BTech is just finished, my Bachelor of Technology is just finished, my BCom is just finished, my BA is just finished. Okay, it's been 3-4 months now. I'm waiting for my original degrees to come, and I want to take this test in between as soon as possible and take it and go. I don't have time. If I prepare for maybe 3-4 months extra, 4-5 months extra, 1 month extra, if I sit on it and work on it, I'll get. But I don't have time. That's what they say. Now, at this moment, I think from the last 1 month, we had a lot of time, and we will have almost next 1 month time also. I think the official thing is it is going to get freed up. The extension is not going to be there after May 3rd, but I'm not very sure. I'm very skeptical. Even if there is what you call lifting of lockdown also, things will not be as normal. All right, so you may have more extra 1 month's time, just in case if you have not given these tests, if you have not prepared for this test enough, IELTS, PT, GRE, GMAT. Okay, this is like Duolingo. It's time to take some time. It's time to act on it, sit on them, work on them. So are you employable for a part-time job abroad? This also you have to think, because most of the students go and do the part-time job there to support their family, in the sense to support themselves, to not expect money from their family every month, which is a noble thing. I always appreciate that. So have you done any complementary course or certifications during the lockdown? This is a big question I'm asking you guys. Have you done any complementary course? So for example, somebody is going to study a chemical engineering in XYZ university, ABC country. Okay, can you not do a basic course in chemical engineering? Okay, which you have studied chemical engineering in your graduation. Maybe there is a course online, which is applied chemical engineering. Okay, the chemical technology basics course. Okay, the applied chemical technology course. Why don't you do that? If somebody has done BSc computers or BCom computers or BTech, which is bachelor's in technology computer science, why don't you do a course in big data? Why don't you do a course in Hadoop before you go abroad? Why don't you learn coding? You have time, right? So this is anyway going to be useful for you. So once you go abroad, once you are there on the foreign soil, you are busy doing your assignments, you're busy attending the college, you're busy doing the part-time works, you're busy socializing with people there, so you don't get time. So there are good number of sites which can offer you the free courses. These courses are called massively open online courses. So I'll show you in the next slides where to do these courses. And if you have the certifications, it is really going to help you. They are going to help you big time when you go abroad. Did you deeply think about your future happiness instead of parents and relatives? This I asked you. I think you have clarity about it. Okay. So rethink country, guys. When you have time, you can rethink country, get more clarity about the course choice, country choice, okay, university choice, and career path. Okay. You get more clarity when you think about what they think, how they treat, will they accept this, they, that, she, these pronouns you have to forget. They, that, he, she, what do they think about me? What that person what if that person perceives me in a different way? What about him? How does he perceive me? All right, so this pronouns you forget. They, that, he, she. Always what? Me. Am I going to be happy? Am I going to be successful? Okay, this is something you have to ask. Think about this, not about these things. All right, influencers are aunts, uncles, show off friends. Okay, they influence. Oh, I'm going to this university, my university ranking is so and so, it is 30-40 lakhs course. What kind of course are you doing? So they are like, you keep everything aside. Neighbors, of course, big time. Maybe plot number 102, residence guy is doing MS in Australia, in a maybe a flashy university. Maybe flat number 202 also start thinking about doing maybe in a better university. Stop thinking about all that. If you want to get clarity, forget about they, that, he, she. Start thinking about me, I am. All right. So this is gift one. You have time. Time is always a gift. You have to agree with me. And second thing, guys, tuition fee. living expenses, traveling expenses. Who is sponsoring you? Mom, dad, or sibling are going for an education loan. Which bank? What is the interest rate? Procedure is what? How much time does it take? What all covered in the bank loan? How much time to get the loan? All right, these things you can do research right online. Now the world is at your fingertips. Okay, you can always do the research. You can always keep this information ready, or you can apply online also to certain banks for a bank loan if you are going by showing the bank loan. So you can gather the information, you can talk to the loan providers over the phone. Okay, organize the information, before you apply for a loan. Organize all the documents at your home. Okay, get the consent from your sponsors, your parents. All this can be done in the lockdown time. And third thing is, I already told you, so you should write a better SOP. If you have written the SOP already, you can always better it. If you have not written the SOP, think about it. Pick up some samples from Google and try to write maybe 5-6 versions of SOPs. The first version today, second version tomorrow, third version day after tomorrow. You have a lot of time. Okay, so keep redoing it, keep refining it. Okay, so prepare well. Do you know that good universities ask for better abroad test scores? Like they ask for better IELTS score. You guys know that, I don't have to tell you. So if you have got lesser scores in the previous attempts, let's redo it. It's nothing wrong to do it. Okay, if you have not given yet, please start giving it. So do you have sufficient scores in abroad tests? You have to ask yourself, are you using the online courses, resources for preparation? There are ample number of online resources and preparation. If you want information about PT, IELTS, all these things, you can also go to our YouTube channel, which is Ask Sandeep PT Training. That's the channel. You can go there and you can get information about tests like PT Academic extensively, Duolingo test, all these things. So did you compromise and applied for an inferior university because of your less score? You should think about it. If you have applied by compromising, let's not compromise. You have time now. You can always redo it. Do you know certain exams can be taken at home to go abroad? Do you know this? See, there is a test called Duolingo English test, which can be taken sitting at home. Monthly, twice you can take it, and it's costing you around 4,000 rupees, less than 4,000 rupees. This is accepted by many colleges. You can go to their official website, Duolingo English Test, DUOLINGO English Test. Fortunately, if the university that you are trying to apply, okay, if that is accepting the Duolingo test, nothing like that. Sitting at home, you can clear your English test and go abroad, and you can, you can organize everything. All right. Of course, for you to travel, the lockdown has to end. The countries borders have to be open. But before that, if you want to give a test, you can always do it, because IELTS is not getting conducted, PT is not getting conducted, GR is not getting conducted, TOEFL is not getting conducted as of now because of lockdown. It's time to prepare for a better score. All right, organize your day. And now get prepared to live, work, study abroad. Do you know the common greeting words of your destination country? If you're going to Australia, do you know what is the common greeting? How's going something, in Australia, because a lot of my students take the sessions from Australia also. How's going something? Mate, these are the words they use. All right. And do you know the social do's and don'ts of that country? In some countries you cannot go and hug a person. Okay. In some country you cannot show handkerchief to somebody. So all these things you should learn, especially if you're going to USA, what are accepted, what are not accepted. If you're going to Australia, what social things are accepted, what social things are not accepted. If you're going to Canada, what social things are accepted, what is not accepted. You should know all of these things. All right. And you should also do a brief studying of a country's culture. Therefore you can have a better orientation before you even end up going there. All right, this we ignore generally. We means majority of the test takers. I'm not talking about especially anybody. Okay, do you know the weather conditions, food habits of that country? Have you taken 1 hour's time to understand all these things if you are deciding on a country? So do that. Have you done some social networking with students who are already there? If I'm applying for XYZ university, you can always go to Facebook, you can always go to LinkedIn and connect with some alumni of that university, ongoing students of the university. Just ask them, how is the university, how are they feeling, all these things. Okay, So minus Corona, whatever they tell you, that's the truth. Yes or no? Now everybody is in a different mood altogether, but you can still interact with them. Okay. Okay. So have you spoken to your friends, classmates, schoolmates living in that country? Maybe USA, you're going to UK, you're going to Australia, you're going to Canada, you're going to. Did you start interacting with them on Facebook, WhatsApp, or maybe Twitter, anything, or Instagram these days, big time? So if you have not done it, you can do it. We have time. So certifications, guys, you can find some relevant online courses. There are many providers, something like this: Coursera, edX. Okay, this is EDX, that's it, nothing. E is not there. Unacademy, Khan Academy, FutureLearn. There are many things. All you have to go is you have to go to online and type that MOOC on, and this you fill with your subject. If any MOOC is available, massively open online courses available, you will be able to see it. Okay, and with maybe by spending $40–50, you can even get a certification from many universities. Okay, after completion of that course, content is free to to absorb, to learn. Okay, but if you want a certificate, you may have to pay for some courses $40–50 to $100. You take a call. Okay, so it's better to do some certifications because you have a better what you call, you have credibility in your university, you have credibility in front of your professors. Okay, all these things. What makes you different from others? You have to differentiate, right? Because we cannot be one person in 100 people. We cannot be one normal guy in 1,000 people. So if you want to make some difference, you should do all these things. So the other 5 gifts of Corona for the preparation candidates, like you have organized life now. No random calls, no random parties, no random hanging outs. Very organized life, morning till evening. Everything is fixed. All right. Better health, no eating outside, no coke, okay, no drinks outside, all right, and no eating anything outside. Yes or no? So we are probably in better health now, and the money saved, your fuel charges, your fuel cost is not there. Okay, and when you hang out, the movie ticket cost is not there. A lot of money you are saving. That money you can invest in yourself. And energy is saved, of course. When you go out, it's not only you're spending your money and time, you're also spending your time. Energy is not infinite, energy is finite. You cannot have unlimited energy. Time, energy, money are limited in life. Okay, so 3 are getting saved because of the lockdown. So there's no traveling, there is no what you call agitation in the mind. If you don't have lockdown, if you go out in a car, you hit somebody or somebody's hitting your car or your vehicle, a lot of nuisance, right? So there's no such ruckus, there's no such chaos now. It's all settled. So I think this is the best time if you want to introspect, if you want to contemplate what to do next, if you want to analyze yourself, if you want to do a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats analysis. This is the best time, guys. Okay, I understand it's painful to have Corona, but you and I cannot sitting at home invent the medicine or vaccine for it. Yes or no? So we are limited. Our scope is limited. Yes. So at least we can do all these things. So I'll once again take you to the other slide, what you can do during the lockdown time, guys. So get more clarity on country, university, course selection. Get more super clarity about how are you funding yourself for everything, tuition fee, living expenses, travel. Please start writing your SOP, because most of you who are attending this session have not written SOP yet. Don't take others' help. Complete help is not necessary. You have to write your SOP, guys, please. And more importantly, if you don't have good scores in IELTS, PT, GRE, GMAT, TOEFL, and other tests, it's time to better the scores, better them. Okay, redo them and better them. If you can prepare now, and once the lockdown is over, maybe on May 3rd or May 15th or May 20th, you can always take the test. Okay, and you can learn about the country's culture and the social skills you can learn online on YouTube or probably Google, how to behave in that country, basically. Have you done, you can always do complimentary course on edX, Coursera, okay, FutureLearn, and every big university, massive university has its own courses. Like Oxford has courses which are free. Cambridge has free courses, MOOC courses. Okay, University of Stanford has free courses. Okay, Royal College has free courses. Every university which is esteemed university, it has free courses. If you feel the knowledge, if you feel the subject is relevant to you, please take it. Please try to learn. All right, and if possible, from edX, Coursera, and Udemy on from such kind of sites, if you want to do a certification, please do it. So these are the things I wanted to cover in this. I'm not sure if I have conveyed the insightful points to you guys. So let's go with the poll once again. We'll postpone the course. They will, of course, they will have to postpone the course. Ruchira is asking, can I travel or study abroad on an external program this summer 2020? You may not, because it's about that country allowing the students from abroad, Ruchira. So it is absolutely not in your hands. But yeah, as I already discussed with you, the demands of the program you can understand, you can enhance your clarity. So all this preparation work can be done. We have a good amount of preparation work. Manasi is asking, how much is the processing time for study permit? Manasi, depends on the country to country, it varies. All right, if it's UK, it's about a month's time. It's about a month's time, should be within a month. The other countries, the Canada has a little longer cycle for getting a visa. All right, and Ankush has IELTS 7 score. That's great. So the universities, most of the universities, now Mansi asked a question, that will university postpone the course? Universities are thinking in the lines of postponing the courses. Okay, they are trying to kind of, for example, for university, if it is the intakes are Jan intake and September intake, they want to extend or they want to defer the intakes to, if there is a September intake, they want to defer it to maybe Jan. If there is Jan intake, they want to defer it to March. So this is nothing complex. This is nothing concrete, confirmed, approved. They are thinking. Okay, there's no clarity yet. But as you know, for most of the countries, these April, May intakes, whichever the universities or colleges are accepting, the May intake, April intake admissions, they have requested the candidate to come. They notified the candidate to come in the intake of September. So that's happening anyway. So postponing, deferring can happen because it's a big epidemic and pandemic we have in front of us. I'm looking for questions. We'll postpone the course. Okay, when is the right time for submitting the applications to university? This is a great question asked by Sandeep. Sandeep, most of the universities are, at least their admissions departments are open. Okay, you can always approach the university through a consultant or directly. You can get an offer letter now also, provided you have all the documents. Something like your passport, your original certificates of education. Okay, these things, if you have, you can apply to universities now, because they will give you admission for maybe September intake, the intake which is 5-6 months ahead of today's day. All right, you can always approach. You don't have to stop. You can always apply. Not attended exams due to lockdown. Manasi, check out this test called Duolingo English test, DUOLINGO. If this is suitable for your kind of, this test is accepted by the universities which you want to study in. Okay, if you want to study in UK, many universities are accepting in UK this particular test, and in Canada many colleges are accepting this test. Okay, Australia, I'm not very sure. So US also, very good universities are accepting this test, Duolingo. This test, you don't have to go anywhere, you can take it at your home. Okay, and it is valid in many universities. Okay, can we get can students change their majors upon reaching the university? You can do that. That's not a problem. Or you can shift to another university. Yeah, in many countries, in the US, you have that option. So that is available. Except UK is 1-year courses. Generally, you cannot do in UK. You don't have many options in UK, but otherwise, other countries you can change your majors or you can shift to another university when you want. Course change again is not possible, but yeah, but it's better you get you have time, you can think about it, and you can plan well and you can prepare and go. That can be done. Thanks so much, guys, for joining the session this afternoon. All right, I wish you very all the best for your future endeavors. Okay, be it abroad or be it in India. Okay, so I always wish all the best for you. All right, thanks so much for joining the session.